All right, let's talk about the future of YouTube, because things have seriously changed. For creators, the old playbook, it's basically obsolete. If you're not adapting to what's happening right now, you're going to get left behind. So today, we're going to break down the new rules for thriving in 2026. You know, this one sentence right here really says it all. The days of being a generalist creator, they're over. To succeed now, you have to build this kind of protective moat around a super specific area of expertise. But why? What caused such a massive shift?
So yeah, why the big change? Well, it's because we've hit a tipping point. The internet, and especially YouTube, is just flooded with what the source material calls synthetic fluff. You know what I'm talking about. Low effort, repetitive stuff that feels like it was made by bots for bots. It's created this huge crisis of trust, and it's made it almost impossible for real human-tested content to stand out. I mean, this is the new battlefield for creators. On one side, you've got content for humans. It's all about value, it's real, it's authentic. And on the other side, content for bots, just cranking out volume for the sake of volume. The whole platform was just drowning in all this noise. So YouTube had to do something. They had to change the rules of the game.
And to solve that problem, YouTube's algorithm completely evolved. It's not about rewarding who can make the most videos or who can shout the loudest anymore. Nope, it's got a new North Star, a new primary signal for how it ranks and recommends everything. And honestly, understanding this one shift, that's the key to this whole thing.
That new signal is called viewer satisfaction, or VSAT for short. And this has officially taken the place of watch time as the #1 ranking factor. YouTube is now literally trying to measure how happy a viewer is after they finish your video. Do they come back for more? Did your video actually deliver on its promise? That is what matters now. So what does this mean for you? It means you can forget about all those old tricks to artificially make your videos longer. The game has totally shifted from just capturing attention to actually providing fulfillment. A viewer who gets the perfect answer in a 3-minute video is now way more valuable than a viewer who gets a so-so answer in a 15-minute one. Okay, so if that's the new goal, how do you actually optimize for viewer satisfaction? Well, you do it by building what's called a binge-worthy ecosystem. The goal here is to stop thinking about just making individual videos and start thinking of your channel as a trusted home base, a place people come back to again and again because they know they're going to find real depth and real value. And this whole strategy really rests on 3 main pillars. First, you've got to build your moat. Second, you create a path for your viewers. And third, you have to prove your humanity. Let's dig into that first one. All right, pillar 1, the micro-niche moat. This is all about your defense. It's how you protect your content from that ocean of AI fluff we were talking about. See, in an age where a bot can create a generic how-to video in seconds, the only thing the algorithm really rewards is deep, specific, specialized interest. So building your moat means you focus on an obsession, not just a topic. You're trying to solve one real problem for one very specific kind of person. You're not aiming for millions of random views anymore. You're aiming for satisfied matches, getting the perfect video to the exact person who needs it. And you have to prove you can help them within the first 30 seconds. Next up, pillar 2, the hybrid binge path. Okay, so once you have your moat, you need to actually design a journey for your audience. YouTube is now heavily rewarding something called session flow, which is really just your ability to keep a viewer engaged by guiding them logically from one of your videos to the next. In that journey, it starts with shorts, but their role has totally changed. They're not just for entertainment anymore. In 2026, a short is a quick fix. It's a discovery hook. Think of it as that 45-second answer to a viewer's 3 a.m. question that gives them an immediate win and, most importantly, introduces them to your channel. And then you use that short to hand the viewer off to your long-form content. This is the deep dive. This is the masterclass. This is where the real value is. It's in these longer videos that you build your authority. You convert those casual scrollers into loyal subscribers, and you turn your channel into that home base. And that brings us to the final pillar, which honestly might be the most important one of all: authenticity arbitrage. In a world where everything is being automated, your authenticity is the one currency that can't be devalued. This is all about leveraging your greatest competitive advantage, the fact that you're a human. The source material uses this fantastic metaphor. It says, while a lot of people are using AI as a chef to create the entire meal, The truly successful creators in 2026 use AI as a prep cook, right? It can help you do research, it can speed up parts of production, but the core idea, the strategy, the personal stories, the failures, the final dish, that has to be 100% human. Human verified is now the ultimate trust signal. And you have to prove it. Show your work. Show the raw data, the behind-the-scenes mistakes, the real-world results. This raw, unpolished proof is what separates you from the synthetic fluff and builds that deep, lasting trust with your audience. So you've built your moat, you've established your authenticity. But how do you keep it going? Well, the final piece of this puzzle is turning your community into an engine, a flywheel. This is what transforms your channel from just a one-way broadcast into a real conversation, a feedback loop that powers everything you create. And you do this by actively listening. I mean, really listening. Use polls on your community tab to let your subscribers vote on what topic you should cover next. Stop guessing what they need, just build what they ask for. When your viewer comments are literally shaping your content calendar, they stop being just passive viewers and become active shareholders in your channel. Okay, let's bring this all home. The 2026 YouTube strategy is a complete pivot away from the old volume game. It's about depth, not width. It's about serving a very specific someone instead of a generic everyone. And most importantly, it's about leveraging the one thing that AI can never, ever replicate. So I'll just leave you with this question. In a world that is completely flooded with synthetic AI-generated content, what is your unique, messy, imperfect, human-verified advantage? Because whatever that is, that's the foundation of your entire 2026 strategy. Find it, and you're going to thrive.